morning soap. This morning soap is from Victory Shaving Company, Champaign Lady, and the scent profile is there with the lavender, lemon, and menthol, and that is Morse code. That's running along the bottom there. Comes in a 4-ounce container containing 4 ounces of soap. You can tell I've been scooping out of it. Got it whipped over here in my shaving bowl. Got the alum block, no rubber band this morning. Stirling's witch hazel, mentholated black ice. And I did go ahead and order some mentholated witch hazel, unscented. And I'm going to use this for aftershave today as Master Topaz. And off camera I'll be using the Cremo beard oil, tea tree mint. It's got a little bit of the Shaven Sailor beard oil mixed in with it. Help take some of the sharpness of the tea tree oil there. Excuse me. Got it whipped up here in a small bowl. Definitely got it whipped up on the wet side of things. And this brush here is, this handle is pretty small, but it's solid and it weighs quite a bit. It's the heaviest brush handle I've got. You can tell there, I've definitely got it not quite drippy, but pretty darn close. Got it whipped up here in the bowl. Got quite a bit whipped up too. And the shaver of the day is the Muhle R41. This one with the rose gold handle. Open comb design. You can tell there if you're shaving underneath the nose, there's no overhang there. And the blade of the day. Oh, this is a beautiful shaver, by the way. It is awesome. Now I have a link down below for Victory Shaving, as well as the this aftershave I should mention is just $1.95. Inexpensive, a good one to try. At any rate, I got a link also down below for the R41, but without the rose gold at Modern Man, and it's a pretty inexpensive price, right around the $35 mark, and I think the shipping might be around $3, I think, something along those lines. Anyhow, that's a darn good price for an R41. Anyway, had to get all that put in there, huh? Got the blade here that's Gillette 7 o'clock Perma Sharp, and this blade's done pretty good so far with different shavers. We'll see how it works out with this one here. And also got a link down below to Shootin The Shave. He had a very smooth shave with the ZY straight razor, and that shave looked really good. Yeah, it was pretty impressive. Got the what's left of my cube. Not much left of it. Already put a hot towel to the face this morning. I have a link to Josh's video down below. Really ought to give it a good watch. It's he did really good with the straight razor. Alright, it is getting pretty small. Not much left. This lasted a good long while. I know I've mentioned it before, but definitely got my money's worth out of this Preshave cube. By the way, in case you didn't know, that's Preshave cube is by the way of Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. And I know it's been a while since I've shown it. Probably I ought to do it again. The you can kind of tell it does lather up pretty good, even for just a pre-shave soap. I've got it over here. This particular gizmo is made to put on like on top of a vegetable can, so you can drain all the fluid out and keep all your vegetables in, and that's what it's in. Add a little ventilation underneath it so it'll dry. Got it from the kitchen. Yes, I sure did. The scent is pretty nice. Definitely pick up the lavender. guess you might say lavender with a lemon twist, if you will. Yeah, this is pretty close to, guess you might say, shave that lather or straight razor lather. It's good and wet. Should be plenty of slickness in this one. Guess you might say I'm starting to get prepped up for January to hit and start shaving, learning how to shave with the Shavette with both hands. It'll be interesting to see how the left hand works. It's going to be quite a challenge, I have a feeling. I don't know, maybe I don't think I showed you what the blade looks like in there, if you can see it with this lighting. It's for me, this is a pretty impressive shaver. Very efficient. And it would depend on what your favorite blade is, how well this may work for you. I've had pretty good luck with the 7 o'clock Perma-Sharps. Like it is with some shavers. Some blades work better than others in the way of smoothness. And Persona is one of my go-to blades. I haven't worked it in just this month, but Astor Greens work well for me also. I've got a number of blades that I've tried that's worked well for me. It's going to be a close shave this morning. And if you're wondering, that I just did underneath there, I did not slide that blade across my face. It may look like it, but I did not. Just want to point that out. Yeah, sliding across there like that is with the blade against the skin is not a good thing. You'll find out in a hurry if you do. Maybe kind of hard to see. Yeah, I did pick the razor up as I was moving across there. Yeah, talking about a cutthroat shave, huh? If you're concerned about the menthol, it's not heavy on the menthol. It's just enough to let you know that it's there. I know some folks may not appreciate the menthol, especially if it's really heavy and in your face. This is just enough to let you know that it's there. That's looking pretty good. For me, as it goes for a yogurt type lather, this is pretty darn close to being, how you say, perfect. It's just still just a tiny bit too wet, but I mean, that'll work darn good for a Shavette shave. With this particular blade, it depends on what your likes are. It's a little edgy, just a little. The instructions along with this shaver, something to give a consideration is it mentions gentle pressure, and that's pretty much the case. I guess you might say or wonder, is this a razor for beginners? It depends on how you want to look at it. if you're persistent, determined, this shaver here will definitely teach you the right technique, one way or the other. And I say the right technique, and that's the technique that works best for you and this shaver. Because if you're putting too much pressure with this shaver, it is going to let you know. It definitely will let you know. You know, you've probably seen some of the shaving videos as, you know, asking or saying, making a statement, will there be blood? And too much pressure with this shaver, yeah, you're going to end up bleeding. You're going to end up with a neck, a cut, something of the sort, weepers. This is definitely one that will teach you about gentle pressure. So it might be a matter of opinion, is this the one for a beginner or not? Guess it depends on how you want to look at it. It's going pretty smooth so far. Usually, like I said, against the grain usually takes off the what I call the pickups, what's left over. Because there's usually not a whole lot left on an efficient shaver. Excuse me. I still got the scent. The soap in my nose is still present. It is not a real strong scent in my opinion. When I'm lathering, putting it on my face, it's just enough to let you know that it's there. It's not a light scent. I guess you might say about medium, but it's strong enough that where you can smell it throughout the shave. A lot of fun to work with. When I was lathering up in the bowl, that's one of the, I guess you might say, the joys of bowl lathering, is you get to see the lather mature as you're working with it. A little bit of feedback on the against the grain pass, especially right over here, because it's relatively thick growth through there. I guess you might say this pass here against the grain with this shaver is on. I guess you might say you're on your way to a BBS shave. This is a really efficient shaver. Excuse me. For the most part, in my opinion, I consider it a smooth shaver. Also, at least for me, it is. I guess you might say once you find a blade that works for you, and you master that gentle pressure, I shave with this all week. Matter of fact, when I first got it, I shaved for, what was it, 5-6 days straight. I really like this shaver. It's one that I don't shave with very often. I have a tendency to do that with shavers that I really do like, because I'll shave with it all week. The rest of them will get no attention. And for me, keeping the variety in my shave routine, I guess you might say, helps keep my technique up to par. With a single edge, double edge, the shavettes, keeping a variety. That way I don't get in a rut, I guess you might say, or in a routine that's hard to get out of, where I don't enjoy shaving with my other shavers. Because throughout all this, it's the journey. It's the joy of shaving with different shavers and getting great shaves with them. Learning how to work with them, how to, I guess you might say, master them, if you will. I understand, you know. Matter of fact, I have Auto Strop. I've got one of those. I've yet to try it. I've had it for a good long while, and I don't know. One day I'll get the nerve up and I'll try it. And I think I need to ship off my, I have a Rolls razor, and just really great shape, but I think I need to find somebody to hone it for me. I'm kind of concerned about trying it without having it honed first. It's been around, you know, the blade's been around for a good long while. I never used it, but it looks to be in really nice shape. Really want to give it a try, but I'm also quite nervous about it too. This feels pretty good. This is darn smooth. And I don't think the Allen Block is going to have much to say this morning. Like I say, I could shave with this all week. It's a lot of fun. Very efficient. Give this a, see if I can hang on to it. May have to see if I can't find a thinner rubber band to fit on this thing so I can hang on to it. I know what's going to happen. It's going to hit the floor and go into a bazillion pieces. I do have, matter of fact, I've got more than one Allen Block ready to go, take its place. Go ahead and take this apart here. Oh, by the way, I mentioned this before on the R89 twist. This is just the same kind of etching, if you will, on the handle. Looks really nice. It's beautiful, but as it goes for, it's well rounded. It's not a sharp knurling or anything quite like that. And for some folks, that might be a bit of a problem because expecting a heavy knurling to add for the grippiness, that one's a smooth knurling or etching, if you will. That's what it looks like on the underside there. And try to do this without dropping the blade. There's the blade. Pretty nice razor. I really like it. Got some witch hazel here. I think I've got a whisker trying to fall out. Yeah, that was just lightly mentholated soap there. This one here is going to kick it in overdrive now. This witch hazel. When I ordered the mentholated witch hazel from Stirling, I also went ahead and ordered some soap, bath soap, bar soap. Of course, it's methylated also. Matter of fact, if you go to Stirling, they have a sale on some of their bath soap if you're interested. I think a bar soap is $3 1/4, somewhere there. They got a sale going on. You might want to check it out because, for instance, you can get an aftershave, 2 ounces of aftershave and 3 ounces of soap matching for $14. It's pretty hard to beat. Might want to check that one out. There's about like this in here. This is definitely a great value. $1.95 for 3 ounces to give it a try. They got bigger containers if you're interested in those, but this one here, I almost went with one that has smells like it's powdery, more like a barbershop type scent. This one here is what I definitely would consider like a classic aftershave barbershop. It smells great though. Show you what the restrictor looks like too here in a moment. Boy, that face sure is smooth. I got a good shave this morning. Of course, I expected with for me an R41, yeah, I'm going to get a very close shave. That's what the restrictor looks like. It's not real big. Helps control how much you got coming out of there if you don't like a whole lot coming out at one time. Going everywhere like the lather does when I get it too wet. I had a great shave this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Tomorrow will be another open comb shaver. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.